¿Sí? ¿Qué quieres decir? ¿No?
¿Cómo que va a llover?
No.
Pues bueno, tú qué sabes.
¿Y qué sabes tú?
Yo no dije que va a llover, dije cómo y tú dices. No, tú qué sabes.
Pero dices que va a llover, ¿no?
Ni eres meteorólogo.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué quieres decir, mamá?
¿Para qué no tiene que comentar? Esto ya no debería decir hasta mañana.
Pues sí, después te vas mañana. Pero te vas a sentir más hambre, pero no lo necesitas.
Nomás debe de tragar uno que 24 horas.
¿Cada 24 horas? Ay, además se nos olvida. Y sí puedes hacer si tú quieres, pero nomás no puedes hacer tanto. Cuando tú traes hambre, no es que tú en solo traes hambre, es que tu cuerpo, los químicos quieren más.
¿Cuál es mi cara?
En tu cabeza. Los químicos que tu estómago dice que necesitas hambre o necesitas comida, no es porque, no es porque tu cuerpo necesita.
Hijo de la chingada. ¿Pues para qué están pensando en eso?
Ah, tu estómago se quiere quedarse como un peso, como normal. Algo así.
Che, güey.
¿Tu estómago? Pobrecito.
¿Quiere peso?
Hey, Emma. Okay, so it looks like you guys can see more or less the quote-unquote board just fine. Let me set that up real quickly. There we go, it's better. Yeah, no, so I won't be streaming later today because I still have college work to take care of, and I thought to myself, well, if, I'm going to play test these decks by myself anyways, I might as well, do it on stream for a little bit, just hang out with you guys while I'm doing it. It's going to look cringy as hell because I have no friends to play this with right now, so, yep, should be fun. Yep. That's another gun. I'm actually a little annoyed because I got a new card today, but I'm just taking it out now just to put it somewhere. But it's can't get it too, huh?
No card.
Eh?
Oh, card.
Card, no card.
Oh, card. Card.
Además, si tenía un avocado, ¿tú pensabas que no te iba a decir a ti?
No. No me dices.
¿Qué? ¿Siempre no me vas a dar la naranja si no me lo llevo?
¿Siempre no te lo hago?
Si no me lo llevo para manejar, no me lo vas a dar, dijo. So, okay. So I got these two alternatives for the new Blue Eyes support. That's not out yet, but at least I have the alternative set up ready to go whenever that does happen. And I'll put them away for now. So yeah, I recently got a new deck a while back. I did make a video talking about it when I was putting out the new cards. My Valkyrie deck has not shown up yet, unfortunately. Well, I have want to test it out against my other decks to see how it squares up. Because it is going to have to square up against my friend's deck when I duel with him. And his decks are pretty good for the most part. He mainly runs... Oh my goodness, now my cards just flew everywhere. This should not be... This one should not be this slippery. I don't understand why this one's so slippery. Like, I expect this from the Konami fucking brand ones because they don't have the back end to them. But these ones are so damn slippery. Yeah. Fucking hell, she's just all over the place. Yeah, no. It's gonna more or less just something like that, yeah. Not really anything else too crazy going on here. Just a chillaxing stream. I would have invited him along, but unfortunately he does work today. Without you, Bruce. Hello, Samaj. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make these less fucking slippery. These things fly fucking everywhere. So I'll be testing out against my Sacred Beast first, the new deck, to see how it goes. I think this deck should be my Sacred Beast, but we'll see what happens. I just gotta make sure I got rid of all the extra deck cards out of the way. Yeah, where should we go? It's snowing? Oh, yeah, I heard about that. It's snowing in your area. Hope you're nice and warm. So, I was a little worried about the XYZ summoning. I kind of mentioned this when I actually did the video. I'm gonna have to set this up by the way. So, I'm thinking maybe I'll play it like this, where you guys can see one end. No, I live in California. It never snows here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. What archetype is your bud running? My friend runs Dark Magician, but he also has Blue Eyes. He also does have Dark Magician, Blue Eyes. He has Heroes. That light bulb's starting to fuck up a little bit. He's got way more decks than I do. I'm barely catching up to him with decks right now. Alright, so we're all supposed to have the Sacred Beast while we're at it as well. Yeah, that light bulb's gonna break any second, so if that happens. Oh, you're fucking up. Okay, I see. I'm still missing actually the other fusion monster for this archetype. So we're running the Sacred Beast versus my new Exo Sister deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually tried this once before, off stream, and it was like one of the rare times my Sacred Beast actually fucking bricked. It was so silly. I was just there like, are you kidding me? I talked all that shit about consistency. It's not completely finished, to be fair. There's just not enough support for Exo Sisters to make a complete deck. But, there was enough there to work with. So, honestly, I played them a little bit so far, like, just by myself to see how it goes. I'm trying to do a little bit on stream here to make it, like, a little more visual. Just see how that goes, but they're not too bad on their own. I'm just going to set this board up in a way to where you guys can see the actual fucking board placements. I'm thinking Monster Row, Trap. Yeah, I think I can make this work. I'm going to have to keep the decks off the map for the most part. Okay. So, we're going to go by standard rules, which is affect monsters, the last one you choose. Spell card, so this deck will be going first against my Sacred Beast. Do you hate Zeus Yu-Gi-Oh card? Never played it. Okay, so wow, that's actually a really strong hand. Okay, I will also draw my first 5 cards here as well. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful hands. Alright, so I'm gonna have to try and set this up in a, like, unfortunately I don't have the camera like on top situation, which I'd really like to. Let me see if I can't set it up a little bit so that way you guys can look downwards. Otherwise it's just gonna look weird the entire time. I'd like for you guys to at least get like something of like a board experience. Does that work or no? Can I turn this sideways? I can turn it sideways actually. Hey. No, that looks worse. Yeah, no, alright. We're just gonna stick with the original idea then. Unfortunately, I don't have one of those cameras you can just put up like the way some of the other YouTubers do. Put it back. Can you see more or less everything? Let's go back a little bit further. Oh, oh, I'm missing a button there. Now it needs to be a little closer. Good. Alright, I'll just leave it like that. Since you guys more or less got the full image there. I'll try and keep the Zenkai versus you said because we're gonna debate are the fan teams from Strikers stronger than fan teams from Royal. I don't know. I've never played Persona 5 at all, so I have no clue how Persona 5 scales. Alright, so let's got sisters first. So that's more or less our opening hand. We got four Exo Sisters on the field. Well, we don't have them on the field yet, but we have 4 Exo Sisters total. So what we can do here is we can summon Exo Sister Sophie. Just put that face up on the field, no diff. That allows special summon Exo Sister Elise from the hand. Because of Sophie's effect, we get to draw 1. And we can go ahead and place 2 cards face down. And we can go ahead. It feels like it's gonna be like a Duel Links duel because there's really only enough space for 3 cards. We're gonna try and fit 5 here. Let me just make sure here. All right. That's a one. All right, and then we'll just end our turn. So now we head over to Shrine 2. We'll probably move this out of the way for a time being.
Ay, mira, Josué.
¿Qué?
Tienes que bañarte menos. Ahora sí llegó a los 100. Dura menos cuando te bañas.
¿Cómo se llegó a 100?
Ya llegó a 100 ahora. Yo ni he lavado los garages ni nada.
Quité lavando mis baños ahí, mis manos la baño anoche y mi baño
pero
más de...
bañándote como 2 horas, Josué.
No, muchas veces
Anoche
como no.
duraste 2 horas, Josué.
Ya, anoche, fue la primera...
No, Josué, estás durando bien mucho.
¿Fue la primera vez anoche?
Ya me voy, no, Josué.
I am. Okay. Alright. Sorry, apparently the water bill came in a little more. I thought it was getting better on that one. Alright, so we got Lost Paradise immediately on the field. And we can play Chaos Summoning Beast on the field, which, because we tribute it, sent to the graveyard. We can summon Hamon on the field. Because of Hamon, we get to draw 2.
Josué,
Mande.
guárdame esa ropa de Yuke.
Okay. And then we got, okay, so we managed to actually draw into Cerulean Skyfire, which is super freaking good. And we can attack now, actually, so we'll go and attack Exo Sister Sophia. The Fallen Paradise, no, for reals. And if I recall correctly, Fallen Paradise makes it to where opponent sponsors... Alright, so let me just make sure I played this correctly. Yeah. Okay, so I would activate my Exo Sister Armament to tribute an Exo Sister to XYZ summon an Exo Sister. I pay her life points. I'll negate it with Haman. Precious Sky Striker, Mixed Sky Striker. Well, so that negates my spell card. But that means Haman can't attack anymore. I check my hand. That's all I can do. And I will end my turn. So I draw. However, thankfully, I still have Sister Sophia on the field. I can actually... What deck's better? I think Pure Striker is actually better. I can draw 1 thanks to Sister Sophia's ability. And then I can normal summon Irene. Actually, no, hang on. Since I'm still learning this deck a little bit. I'm going to summon Exo Sister Stella, which allows me to XYZ, which allows me to summon Irene. So I gain extra 800 life points. I haven't lost anything yet. I'm at 1600. And now I can just XYZ summon freely. Since Haman has no advantages here, I'm going to go straight into a Exo Sister Michaelis, which is, you can only use, if you control a card that was actually summoned using Exo Sister as material, you can target 1 card your opponent controls in the graveyard and banish it. So I summon her on the field, and I immediately banish Fallen Paradise. Easy secure there. And I can XYZ summon again. And Haman still has a total of 4,000 HP regardless. But he can no longer be targeted, so I can special summon a second Exo Sister, Michaelis, which I believe is effective once per turn or no? Yeah, it is a once per turn, so that would be a bad idea, actually. Unfortunately, we don't have any real ways to get across. Oh, actually, Actually, that's not a bad option. We'll summon Exo Sister Asophale. Her secondary effect doesn't really matter, but we can send Exo Sister to the graveyard and we can add Haman back to our hand. So, with that in mind, I will attack the opponent here for 4,600, and basically they're down to 3,400. I end turn. That's all I can do with this hand. So far it's... oh, it's kind of bad actually. Face down. Can I revive anything with this or no? Oh, okay, never mind. This prevents me from taking damage that turn. But, unfortunately, I can only play a Chaos Core face down, or I can only play a Chaos Core. I think I can banish? Yeah, I can banish card from the graveyard, add one Fallen Paradise to my hand. It's a lot easier when you're just maintaining track of like one set of cards. Even though I know I know this deck pretty well, it's still kind of like some of their effects still I read whenever I start dueling a little bit, just to keep myself refreshed. And now that I know that this person has abilities here, I'm not going to do anything else this turn because anything else kind of screws me over. Haman is in my hand, so I've kind of been bricked there. So I end turn, summon, draw again. Play Exo Sister Sophia on the field. I control an extra Exo Sister. I can draw one. And immediately I can go ahead and decide. Actually, I don't know if I can overlay specifically. But I don't really think it matters. Since regardless of what happens here, if I use Graveyard Manipulation, they gain an advantage. So we'll see what happens. So, what is your activate effect? Okay, you can target one card your opponent controls, so you can discard terrestrial material, add one Exo Sister. Alright, we'll do that. We'll send Exo Sister to the graveyard to search up an Exo Sister card. They're a new archetype, I haven't played them too often, so I'm still kind of getting used to the whole situation. We'll add the Exo Sister card. Not really sure why I'm showing you guys specifically how it's going, but I do think this will be better if I had an actual full thing here. Again, why do these fucking slip up so damn much? Yeah, so I can play that on the field. I can't summon an extra Exo Sister this turn. So, actually, hang on a minute. Oh yeah, I can play Forbidden Chalice on the Chaos Core to gain its effects. And then I can just attack for a total of Chaos Core loses 100. So I can attack for 4,800 or 4,600, 4,700, my bad. Which draws me down 3,300. Chaos Core does nothing else. I end turn there. That's all I can really do. And I draw. Yeah, this kind of sucks. I can only really play Phantom of Chaos, but if I choose to banish this card to get its effects, the Exo Sister just comes in and stomps me. So I can only really play this face down, if I'm being honest, and then I would just end my turn. Unfortunately, getting the Haman back in my hand kind of screwed me over, because I have ways to get cards out of the graveyard with this deck, but these characters in particular just kind of handle the situation really nicely. Alright, Exo Sister packs. I can draw one thing, Exo Sister Sophia. More support. And then I can just pop that easily with Exo Sister. And then just end the duel. Honestly, I don't think I could have XYZ summoned... I think I could have XYZ summoned again, since I do have Exo Sister packs here. Yeah. So I could have just busted out their XYZ summon and immediately got in the way. That's the thing I was kind of worried about when I made this deck, is a lot of people try to set this up as their anti-graveyard, so you need your opponent to fuck with the graveyard in order to win. But these characters can turbo themselves out so fucking easily, and also in case you're wondering what my winning hand was, it was Honest, Sophia, third one, we got lucky there, 1 day apiece, and Exo Sister packs. My losing hand for the Sacred Beast was 2 Lost Paradises and 2 Hamons. Unfortunately, once I got past the initial combo, there's a lot of popping with the Exo Sister, so these cards are going to be in a little more trouble than a standard deck might be, and even without the graveyard manipulation, because the Exo Sisters have so many ways to pop shit, and unless you have, even with the boss monster, most boss monsters, except for Blue Eyes Chaos Ultimate Dragon, which I will be doing against later, don't protect themselves that effectively. So you kind of sit down there and you're kind of like, not the worst thing in the world. We'll have the Exo Sisters go first again. But it's like, they're not as limited as people on the internet have made it out to be. Like, if you go on like Reddit and shit, they'll be like, oh, don't build the Exo Sisters because they rely on graveyard manipulation to be good. And they do. A lot of their effects do come from graveyard manipulation. But the main effect you get from graveyard manipulation is just special summoning an XYZ monster or XYZ summoning. Most of their good effects work regardless of a graveyard effect or not. So it's kind of like, I can see where they're coming from to an extent, but at the same time, it's also kind of like, you don't need it because the deck is so consistent on its own that it just turbos itself out so damn easily. Alright, so Exorcist will go first. I have no hand traps in this deck whatsoever, but I will check this hand anyway as well, just to make sure. Oof. Oof, that's a tough hand. Alright, we're going to play one card face down. Then we will play Exo Sister Stella, which allows me to special summon Exo Sister Irene. However, these two have no real effects whatsoever that are going to matter here. Exorcist has XYZ, then it has no links. It is a pure XYZ deck. Yeah. Then we can play one card face down, and well, so right now we can XYZ, but I have the XYZ insta summon, so I'd rather just like bait out the Sacred Beast. So I will end my turn there, and then I will draw into Sacred Beast. Fallen Paradise on the field, one face down on the field, and then we'll end our turn. Play that card face down. I'm going to go ahead and XYZ summon right now, since I have no reason not to, into Exo Sister Mykalis, or Mikalis. At any rate, you can target one card your opponent controls or in the graveyard and banish it, so I will banish Fallen Paradise. Honestly, in real life, I would probably play Fallen Paradise just to like scare them into thinking like, oh shit, I can pull out Sacred Beast. So regardless, I probably still would have done that. Then I would just attack the face down and turn. Not much more I can really do there. I draw. What is going on with you today? I flip my face up trap card, but it does nothing because it doesn't actually allow me to facilitate Sacred Beast summoning, which is kind of lame. We're getting some really bad hands. I play one card face down, and thankfully I've braked over here as well for the most part, even though I got an XYZ monster out on in my turn. I'll draw. Nothing. Hit for 25k. Drops me down to 5,500. Then I would just end my turn there. Nothing really too crazy going on there. I draw again. Dude, what are these hands? What are these hands? I would just end my turn there. For some reason, that's go. Do you even have a? I don't even have a graveyard card. Wow. Just another 2,500. That's 5k. So we're down to 300 or then we're down 2,000. Tell the pot agree to 3,000. Yeah, because 5k. Yeah, we're down 3,000. So I would just end my turn there. Again, don't really have anything too crazy to work with. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm giving this a better shuffle when we're done. Holy shit, I have bricked so fucking hard. Yeah. End turn. I draw again. Okay, honestly, at this point, I kind of feel like I would just normal summon my Honest on the field, and I would just end the duel that way. So, I have two Hamons in my hand, one Uriah, and one Fallen Paradise and Dimension Fusion Destruction. What was my next card? Yeah. You know, it's like, so it's like, again, so I put a face down card, which was the fusion card, but like, if I haven't used it by now, I'm probably bluffing at that point. And truth be told, I didn't mention this, or you can see them, but I have Torrential Tribute, I have Floodgate Trap Hole, and I have the XYZ summon, so I can XYZ summon on my opponent's turn. My hand consisted of Forbidden Dress, Monster Reborn, and another Exo Sister card. I was very few cases where I was going to lose that trade. Okay, so the Exo Sisters are being consistent, which is great, and even with lack of graveyard manipulation going on, they're just turboing themselves out nicely. So I don't think they'll be my blue eyes because I am running a Chaos Max based deck. Data investigations, and if we want to play some remotes, we'll have to. You need both our phones and PCs to make it possible. Also, what I missed, I'm just playtesting my decks, doing nothing too crazy. Thanks for stopping by, mate. Okay, yeah, I am reshuffling this deck. Good God, Sacred Beast, what are you doing? Fucking amateurs. Don't fucking embarrass me. I said you hardly ever break, don't you fucking embarrass me. Sacred Beast is supposed to be greater than gods. I mean, like, regardless, I would still say 10 out of 10 times, as much as I love the God cards, you're wasting your money buying God cards unless you're like a hardcore fan. Like, there's just not enough support to warrant it. Even in Master Duel, I've already, like, fucking crafted away some of my God cards because they're, like, mainly the Sliffers. They're just not that good. I still have one Sliffer, though. Alright. I need you to not fucking brick this time, please. Come on now. I believe in you. We're gonna go Sacred Beast first. Fuck this. No, what do you do? Okay, there we go. There, that's not good. No, Slifer's a good God card, but Raw's the only one with support. Okay, so I'll ask you guys the question. What do you guys think? I'll let you decide. Which deck goes first? You want Sacred Beast going first, or you want fucking Exo Sisters? Because both these hands aren't too shabby off the bat. I will say that they have at least something to work with on both sides. And I feel like maybe I just meant my Cyber Dragons because that's Kyle's archetype. Good man. Give Exo Sisters first turn. First turn Exo Sisters. Okay. Play down one spell card, activate one continuous spell card, the Exo Sister support. I'll try and keep it like so you guys can see it. I'll play down. Oof. I'll activate Exo Sister packs for -800. I get to draw one Exo Sister card from my deck. I will draw Exo Sister Sophia. And then I reshuffle my deck. Unfortunately, we are in a bit of a tight spot because we did not get enough to actually warrant anything too crazy here. I'll play one card face down, and I'll summon my Exo Sister Sophia. She does nothing, and I will end my turn. I draw on my Sacred Beast now. I have one card in my hand still. One card. I summon Dark Chaos Summoning Beast. I will tribute it immediately for the summon of a Raphael, Lord of the Phantasms, and I will banish my Chaos Summoning Beast. However, because I am moving a card from my graveyard, my Exo Sister gets to activate her effect to instantly XYZ summon a monster. So I can summon Exo Sister Macali's, and I will banish Raphael before I'm even allowed to get a hold of my fucking Lost Paradise. And yeah, so I will get a hold of Lost Paradise. Well, first Raphael gets banned in the chain, then I will get a hold of Lost Paradise. I have lost my Sacred Beast immediately. That fucking sucks. But so that's an idea of the Graveyard Manipulation. That's a good spell. No spell card. No. So that wasn't a spell card move. Any Exo Sister, all four of them have this ability. If you fuck with your graveyard or your opponent's graveyard at all, they can immediately XYZ summon one of their monsters for one cost. So they're very anti-graveyard manipulation. They don't hate graveyard manipulation the same way Gravekeepers do, where they're like, don't do it, period. They're like, do it, bitch, I dare you. Yeah, right here. So, if your opponent moves a card out of either graveyard, except during the damage step, you can special summon from your extra deck one Exo Sister XYZ monster using this face-up card you control as material. So, yep, immediately, boom. And now my monster is gone because this effect is when it's XYZ summoned. You can banish it. I've already normal summoned this turn. I will play one card face down, and I will end my turn. I draw. Oh, on top of that, my field spell, or not my field spell, but my continuous spell. Hang on. If you XYZ summon an X-Sister monster, you can declare one card name, negate the activated effects, and the effects on the field of cards with that original. Oh. Oh, I could have completely shut my entire deck down here. Because with this card, Exo-Sister Mikalis is the first one in the chain to activate. So when she summoned, if I'm unmistaken, would that have taken place in the chain before its effect would have gone off? It's not a Master Duel right now, so I can't fucking see the points. Anyway, so yeah, I can negate effects with it. Until the end of this turn, when an attack is declared involving your Exo-Sister monster, you can target one spell and trap card your opponent controls, destroy it. So, actually, I don't even need to pop spells. I can just use that. That's pretty good, actually. But beyond that, I can't really do anything else. So I'll just attack for 2,500 since it's their turn they already drew. What the fuck? That new archetype is a beast. Is weird I haven't seen nothing of them. Probably because, like, they're really low in attack power. And, any negation completely ruins them. Alright, anyway, end turn. I'm currently at, I think, 5,500. Oh, my goodness. What? Well, hang on. Hang on a minute. We do have... hang on. I'm gonna see if we can make a play happen here. I'll summon Fallen Paradise on the field. Hang on. Yeah, because I'm still running Chaos Core in this deck. If this was like an Ash Blossom, I would have been able to stop. I believe Ash Blossom stopped searching, so I would have stopped my Exo-Sister packs. I'm still in a really clean position regardless, even if they did have Ash Blossom, but I could have done something if this was a little better, which is why I recommend if you do make the deck I mentioned, don't use Chaos Core. It's not good. I don't have any Ash Blossoms. They cost money. I've spent too much money as it is. When your player activates a card or effect targets this card, when your opponent's monster targets it for an attack, you can send one of each from your hand or deck to the graveyard if you do +1 Phantasm counter on it. That's actually not a bad idea. Okay, yeah. So we'll summon Chaos Core on the field, and then we will unfortunately just end our turn there since we can't really do anything else. Chaos Core can protect itself just fine. I draw. I'll go ahead and activate Exo-Sister Bodies. For 800 life points, I can choose one Exo-Sister monster from the deck, then take one other Exo-Sister monster from your deck that is mentioned on that monster and special summon them both, but shuffle them into the deck during the end phase. Also, for the rest of the turn, as card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except Exo-Sister monsters. So basically, for 800 life points, I get to get 2 monsters on the field that would be shuffled away by the end of the turn. If they were still on the field, I will go ahead and add Irene and Sophia, since honestly, Sophia is probably I'm now completely aware of why Sophia is the more expensive one. She's the best one to call upon because she gives you a +1 draw. On the field, technically, I should be gaining, depending on the chain order, I believe 800 life points at least. So I've already made up the cost for one of my earlier cards. It should be 1,600 total, if I'm not mistaken, depending on how chaining works. And then I get to draw 1 Exo-Sister Elise, which actually I can special summon Elise now. So now I have 4 monsters on the field, and I can XYZ summon these cards into, let me see here, Exo-Sister Cabrine, right here. She doesn't have a very strong attack power. She's 20, but she has 2,800 defense, and her activated effect is send one card from the deck from her cards to the graveyard. Negate the activated effect, negate the effects of a monster on the field. I negate Chaos Core. So I don't think Chaos Core can send cards to go to the graveyard anymore. Okay, so Chaos Core's effect is when this card is targeted by anything, you can send 3 cards from your deck. Does that mean... Yeah, no, I think the activation still goes through, right? I still get to send 3 cards from my deck to the graveyard. Or I still get to send cards from my deck to the graveyard anyway. I'm pretty sure that still goes through. So I'll send my 3 Sacred Beasts to the graveyard, which was originally going to give him 3 tokens, since that's the activation effect. But since it's negated, it obviously is negated, 0 life points. And then I can proceed to just kill him for 2,500. Yeah, okay, I'm doing this right. Never mind. So I fucked up. I do not need to send this to the graveyard. That is her summoning effect to negate an effect. Her actual detaching is to give all XYZ monsters 800 attack. So send them to the graveyard. Very nice, very easy. And then I just proceed to attack for Mass Dual Chains are buggy. I think they run on OCG. So I just attack now for roughly 3,000. Yep. Alright, so I'm down 2,000 life points over here. My Sacred Beasts are kind of struggling a little bit. End turn. I draw. Ooh, finally a decent fucking draw. However, I'm going to activate my spell card, which is Dimension Fusion Destruction. Banish from your hand, field, and our graveyard fusion materials are listed on the Phantom Fusion monster. Desperate summon that fusion monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. You take no battle damage from attacks above the monster. And if you control Araya, Lord of Searing Flames, Hamon, or Reveal, your opponent can activate cards or effects responses cards activation. I do not control them, so first things first. So the Sacred Beast, so my Exo Sisters can summon another Exo Sister monster now. So I will go ahead. Hello, Miso. And summon Exo Sister Asophiel. Are these quick effects? Alright, I'll summon Exo Sister Asophiel anyways. So, summon Exo Sister Asophiel. Then, I will immediately banish from my graveyard these three monsters. I think I might have misplayed here, but we'll see what happens. In order to summon Armentile, the Chaos Phantasm. So I have my boss monster on the field for the Sacred Beasts. I can draw 2 now as a result of that. Suddenly the deck's starting to come back together again. That's beautiful. And... Oh, hang on. Because of Exo Sister Chaos Priest effect, I can declare one card name and negate the active effects of that card name until the end of this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and declare Armentile the Chaos Phantasm. So his effects are negated. He can't attack this turn. And then I will summon Chaos Summoning Beast. Discard it to the graveyard. In order to summon Araya, I activate Araya's effect to pop the spell card, but the effect still goes through anyways. Wait, do I have to... Wait, hang on. No, okay, it's just declare one card name. So yeah, that works on Fallen Paradise. So, I can't really do anything else this turn. So I will end my turn. I might have misplayed a little bit on both sides, though. I draw. Oh, wow. That's pretty fucking busted. Play this card face down. Activate Exo Sister. Well, actually, can I actually make a play happen here? I'm gonna activate Exo Sister Mikhail's effect. Send one card from from her thing to the graveyard to activate her effect. And then I will add Exo Sister Armament from my deck to my hand. I will shuffle now. So Armentile the Chaos Phantasm I cannot deal battle damage to it, and it cannot be destroyed by battle, so I have to get rid of it a different way. However, at the current moment, I don't think I have any options to get rid of it. I saw their artwork in more detail. Besides being nuns with guns, they remind me of the Church Association in Helsing. Activate Sister Carpe Diem. So Fallen Paradise is what's in my way right now. Can I make anything happen off Fallen Paradise? I'll play Sister Pax, minus 800 life points to get onto the field another card. Or another card to summon. Yeah, I get an Sister monster card from my hand. And if it's a monster, I can special summon that monster onto the field, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So I get Sister Sophia on the field, activate her effect to draw 1. Play this card face down. And I don't know. Can you XYZ with an XYZ monster or no? Because there are only rank 4s in my extra deck. And this is technically a rank 4. Oh, wait, hang on. No. I'm playing this wrong. I already know what to do. Kamikaze Nun's lovely. Yeah, when attacks declared involving your X-Sister monster, you can target one spell, try to opponent control, destroy it. Okay, yeah. I'm making this too complicated. I'm going to switch Gibranier to attack position, send one card to the deck to the graveyard to activate her effect, giving all my XYZ monsters an extra 800 attack. So this one's now 3,300, this one is 2,900, and this one is now 2,200. Armitile is obviously still safe for the time being. However, I'm going to declare an attack with Exorcist Sophia on Armitile, and I will destroy it, Lost Paradise, based off the effect given here. And then after this, I can activate Exosister Asophia's effect to return Armitile to the hand, which now just leaves with Exosister Sophia attack. Well, actually, so Gibranier will attack Uriah, Lord of Syrian Flames, destroying it. And then afterwards, I just attack for another 4,400, I think. Because that'd be 3,300. And that'd be 2,900. So 4,400, I think, or 4,200. I think that ended the duel. I kind of lost track of the life points a little bit, unfortunately. But I'm going to be honest here. Even if I didn't, there's not really much options I have at this point to come back and win, knowing what's on the other side. So I'll try and play one more turn. We'll draw. Fallen Paradise is pretty fun consistent though. Summon a Fallen Paradise. Summon a Dark Summoning Beast on the field, which normally would let me activate its effects, but I'm going to chain in Forbidden Chalice, which negates its effects and completely bricks my hand. And, well, obviously I would just end turn at that point. I would draw, activate Sophia's effect to give me a +1 draw. Twin Twisters, ironically enough, but I don't need it for this. I would just attack directly and end the duel. Okay, so it looks like my Sacred Beasts just don't have too many counters to the amount of absurd abilities the Exo Sisters are bringing forth into the table. So I'll go ahead and be swapping decks right now for the time being. I think I'll go a little more harsh here, and I'll just go straight to my Blue Eyes and see how that works out. It's possible. It's possible the Exo Sisters might be Blue Eyes, but it depends on what cards I get. But for sure, they've certainly been consistent and impressive enough so far. The fact that they were able to handle the Sacred Beast deck very consistently is pretty nice across the board, but we did brick a little bit. But the fact that they can do it like that is very, very nice. Very pleased with the purchase so far. I'll put the Sacred Beast deck back for now. Slide that back in there. Open up. Get my Blue Eyes cards out. And, my Blue Eyes in their orange sleeve, which was completely intended. While I'm at it, I might as well get my Vampires out as well, since I'll be running my Vampire deck in a little bit as well. Just to see how they go. I'm going to be honest, I don't feel like playtesting the God cards. I've had to take away a few cards from them recently, and on top of that, there's no legitimate way. Even with, the God cards, insane damage values, the fact that I can negate any card I name on the field, and, not target it, I just negate that card, period, the God cards would not stand a chance. Alright. So, let's make sure we got everything sorted out. Yep. Vampire deck is also ready to go when that time comes in. Put these cards back over here. Got all my Blue Eye support I need. My Blue Eyes, if you guys remember from my last little playtest here, was actually incredibly consistent across the board as a result of the new Bingo Machine Go card. So I'm expecting this to be a pretty hard duel, if I can even win it at all. But it depends on what fields I get a hold of. I am running a new Blue Eyes. I actually did manage to get my alternative dragons, because Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon is a card that's stupidly busted. I managed to get 2 of them before the fusion card comes out. I'm gonna check and see how much the fusion card costs tonight. I don't know if I'll if it's anything more than $5, I'll probably wait to see if it drops when it comes out. But if it's $3 or something, I'll probably snag a couple pre-orders tonight. Because I would like to run a Blue Eyes fusion deck at some point, and that's really the only way you'll be able to do it consistently. here. Let's get this quick shuffle. Damn, God cards got boiled and useless at that moment. Yeah, unfortunately, you gotta build decks around them. Like, I even saw one YouTuber being like, oh, I'll summon all 3 God cards. Now, first you run a normal Dark Magician deck, and I'm like, what? Well, so it's like the new Blue Eye support is just better. If you have Bingo Machine Go, it makes it more consistent. But unfortunately, like, if you don't have Bingo Machine Go, I think Mangler support's still better for Ritual. Alright, so, what do you guys want to see go first? Exorcist, I don't know what the hands are yet. I'll check them after one's decided. My Blue Eyes has a pretty solid extra deck. Exorcisters only have themselves. Very easy to understand. I'm expecting the Exorcisters do better in this matchup, only because even if Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon gets on the field, or Blue Eyes Chaos Max gets on the field first, I have a lot of Revival Engine in this Blue Eyes deck, and every time I even touch my graveyard, yep, Blue Eyes versus Exorcister. I thought I'd give put the Exorcist to their paces against a really strong deck. Because Sacred Beasts are good, but Sacred Beasts rely a lot on their spell card to be very powerful, namely Fallen Paradise. And as you guys saw, if you can pop Fallen Paradise consistently, you're not going to be running too many issues with the Sacred Beast. That's kind of why I call them the Walmart God cards, because they have God tier support now, for sure. But I'm interested in the matchup. They have God tier support for sure, but the problem is that if you can pop their support or you can shut down their support, they brick just as bad as God cards. And unfortunately, the Exorcisters can do that quite nicely. I don't really think it matters which one goes first on this one, because either I have the cards I need on both sides or I don't. I don't think I can OTK regardless, but still kind of like... All turn 1 gets is just less fuckery. I also don't have any hand traps in Blue Eyes either, with the exception of one Effect Veiler, which might have been taken out. So what do you guys want to... Who do you guys want to go first, Blue Eyes or Exorcister? New Vampire Support's on the way too, actually, so I might have to see how much that's costing right now. I'm expecting the Exorcisters to beat the shit out of the Vampire deck, to be honest with you. Blue Eyes this time first? Alright, let's go. Wow, that is a shitty hand. Okay, yep, that looks about right. Alright, Blue Eyes first. Blue Eyes... I'm gonna be honest, I kind of don't even want to. I don't even want to play this hand right off the bat. I'll play this card face down, and I'll end my turn. Fucking great. Oof. I'm gonna play 2 cards face down. I will summon Exo-Sister Sophia on the field, and because of Exo-Sister Sophia being on the field, I will summon Exo-Sister Elise on the field because of her special effect to just special summon herself from the hand. I will draw 1 thanks to Sophia's effect. Oh boy. We are off to a very solid start. I will play this card face down. And I will XYZ some... That's a Brummel. I'm trying to think if this is actually the smartest decision to XYZ summon on turn 2. Because I can pop the back row card... But then I lose options during their turn. Actually, we'll play this card face down as well then, just to be on the safe side. We'll end turn on that one. Well, actually, no, we can't attack. So I'll attack for 600 life points because these attacks are weak as shit. And then I'll end my turn. So, alright. I draw. Oh, yeah. Bingo Machine Go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Reveal 3 cards from your deck that each meets at least one of the criteria listed below. Blue Eyes Monster or Spell and Trust Specialist Blue Eyes Monster. Perfect. Beautiful. So, honestly, right now, we kind of need access to So Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field. We'll do Chaos Max as well, and Blue Eyes White Dragon. And your opponent randomly picks one of them. So I will randomly shuffle the cards real quickly. Unfortunately, well, you know what? Actually, you know what? Let's have a little fun here. Pick the card. So that way, like, it'll be, like, fair. Your options are 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons and 1 Chaos Max Dragon. So just pick a card. Because that's all you can really do. Figure it'd be a little more fun that way instead of me just trying to pick a card. Your right card? So this one? This one here? Because this is my right, so very well. You have chosen to give me the Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. And I will shuffle my Blue Eyes back into the deck. Very well. I will activate Trade-In now on Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. So, send him to the graveyard. I get to draw 2. Oof. Oof. I still have like nothing at all to work with. I'm going to activate a second Trade-In on my Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. Okay. Okay. Well, we can only activate 1 Bingo Machine Go per round, right? Yeah, per turn. Okay. I'm going to summon the White Stone of Legend and activate Sage of Eyes of Blue's effect on it. Sending it to the graveyard along with Sage of Eyes Blue. That allows me to add a Blue Eyes White Dragon into my hand. And because of Sage of Eyes of Blue's hang on, what? Okay. And because of Sage of Eyes Blue's effect, I get to summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from my deck to the field. So we'll go ahead and summon Blue Eyes Dragon Spirit or Dragon Spirit of White. Alright, so I have 4 back row cards on the field right now. So what do you guys think? Which one do you guys want me to pop? Choose between 1 and 4. That way I can try to keep this as fair as possible. One. You've chosen to go after my ex-sister Armament to banish. However, I will activate by paying 800 life points to summon onto the field I will summon a Exo-Sister monster using this effect. You will be banishing this by the end of the turn, but its effect will still go through. So hang on, which one do I want to summon? I'll summon Exo-Sister Michaelis, and I will use it, and its effect when it's summoned, banish. I will banish the Dragon Spirit of White. So you have banished my spell card, I have banished your monster. And unfortunately, because of that, I can't really do shit this turn. So my Blue Eyes has been stopped in its tracks. Do I have anything I can work with down here? Nope. And if I were to summon a new one, it would actually activate their effects. Wonderful. So I will end my turn there. I draw. Because I have Exo-Sister Elise on the field, I can now special summon it onto the field, and I can also summon Irene normally, giving me 800 life points, and using Sophia's effect, I can draw 1. Okay, so we can XYZ summon again. Into a Mike Ellie's again, I will banish my back row card. Is that LTK? No, they haven't been. They hit me once, but they only hit me for 500 on the first turn. So they only hit me for 500 on the first turn. This is in my this is my hand right now. So if they hit me right now, that's 5k plus 100. So that is 5100 minus. So I'm down to I'm down to like what 2400 because the first turn they did damage was 500 because Exorcisters deal no damage at all. Plus 500 plus 5100 is 5600. Well, we might still be able to come back. We might still be able to come back. I do have another bingo machine go in my hand. So with that said, I will end my turn here with the Exorcisters and I draw with my blue eyes. Bingo machine go is activated on the field. And I get to choose to add one of 3 cards to my hand. No, not that one. That is fine. Okay. Try building it in EDO. We can get tested later. I am not streaming today. I'll have to move my stream to Friday, unfortunately, and even then we'll see what happens. Look at how much my Blue Eyes deck has been milled already. Fuck me. Alright, guys. You know the drill. Choose a card to give me. Yeah, choose one. Otherwise, it'll be unfair. It won't be a fair middle card. Alright. Chaos Max Dragon is in my hand. Shuffle the other 2 cards back into my deck. Oh boy. We're about to get some spicy shit going on right now. Because, thanks to that Chaos Max, I can now activate Chaos Form and send my Blue Eyes White Dragon to the graveyard to summon my Chaos Max Dragon on the field. My boss monster has appeared at long last. Now, here's where things get a little interesting. I have a Chaos Max on the field. He is safe from practically fucking everything. And he has a 4K beat stick. None of my cards on this side are strong enough to compete with that. So, if we can target banish Chaos Max. You sure about that? Well, no, so, okay, as a smart Blue Eyes player, I will use my Chaos Max to attack Exorcister Sophia, losing 3,900 life points on this side. And then, I think, then I will end my turn on my Blue Eyes side. I have a Chaos Max on the field, pretty strong. I draw. Do I have any way to overcome Chaos Max, or am I going to lose? Let me see this. I might have an option here. I'm going to go and summon I'm going to activate Exorcister Vadis, making me lose 800 life points, but it does allow me to summon 2 Exorcisters from my deck to the field. So I will summon Exorcister Irene and Exorcister Sophia. Let me see this. So we got 2 more monsters on the field. We can XYZ summon. Unfortunately, Chaos Max is a 4K beat stick, so we're in a bit of trouble here. And he's not sent from the graveyard either. So I activate Sophia's effect, which allows me to draw 1. Not bad. Place 2 cards face down. I will... Unfortunately, I think I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I will XYZ summon into Exorcister. Can I target Chaos Max with negate effect or no? Or is that not allowed? Yep. Yeah, like let's say this card states hang on. It's not I think all right. I can target to banish it because my Exosister Mykelas does target to banish, but I don't know if that actually works. I think I'll wait, actually. I think I'll wait. I do have a potential play on the table. Yeah, so I'll wait for now. So, I win my turn. I draw. Melody Awakening Dragon and Return of the Dragon Lords. Since Graveyard Manipulation kind of sucks for this one, we can negate Chaos Form or events must, but I don't know about Chaos Max. Or you can target banish like some cards, I don't know. Alright, so either way, I get Return of the Dragon. I got a Melody Awakening Dragon. So I had a Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon and Blue Eyes White Dragon in my hand. I will reveal my Blue Eyes White Dragon to summon alternative on the field. Can I do anything in response to that? Oof. Well, it's not player choice. There are rules that you follow in this game. Okay. And honestly, I think I've won for the most part. I can activate... Well, in fairness, maybe not. Because I can activate Extra Armament for 800 life points. And I can summon... Exosister. Unfortunately, my Callus again. I'll put it on this one. To banish the alternative dragon. Since that only protects against card destruction. And Blue Eyes Chaos Max. Yeah, I think I've lost. Yeah, I think Chaos Max beat me, unfortunately. Because I've already used several. Like, I've already given myself 1600 damage. So, it seems I've lost the first duel with the Exosister deck. So, there are ways I could beat Chaos Max in this deck. We just didn't get any of them. I think maybe if I played a little smarter, maybe I might have been able to get it. So, what we desperately needed was we needed access to the continuous spell card because that would have negated Blue Eyes Chaos Max's effect. And thankfully, since they do fuck with graveyard effects, we were kind of like in a safe position there to where my Blue Eyes deck would not have actually like used its graveyard at all. Chaos Max is a tough customer. But it took like half my Blue Eyes deck to fucking get there. Alright, so we're going to go Blue Eyes first once again, since winner goes first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. What's up, Blue Eyes first? Maiden with Eyes of Blue, turn 1. Into a Blue Eyes Solid Dragon with the Melody Awakening Dragon. That will give us access to get an alternative in our hands, as well as a Blue Eyes White Dragon. I might want to search Chaos Max in the future, but I think for now I'd rather just have a strong board as it is. Next, I will summon the alternative dragon by revealing Blue Eyes White Dragon in my hand. I will play one card face down, and I will... Actually, I'll also play Return of the Dragon Lords to bring back my... This one right here, Solid Dragon. XYZ Solid Dragon into Hope Harbinger. And I will then end my turn. I draw with Exo Sisters. I play one card face down. I summon Exo Sister Sophia, and I am able to special summon Exo Sister Elise as a result. I play one card face down. I draw one based off Sophia's effect. And I will immediately XYZ summon into a Macaw's, the boss monster, and I will banish Hope Harbinger immediately. Saying that to the graveyard, saying those two cards to the graveyard. Return of Dragon Lord does not protect against banish, it only protects against destruction. And with that in mind, I will end my turn with the Exo Sister. So, head over to Blue Eyes. I draw one. Okay. Can't really do much because unfortunately I wasn't prepared to just get banished immediately. And yeah, we will just end our turn there. I draw. Oh, let's go normal summon. I'll summon Exo Sister Irene on the field, and I will shuffle my second Exo Sister Irene from my hand to the bottom of the deck. And, well, not shuffle, I just put it at the bottom of the deck and then I draw one. Okay. And then afterwards, oh, so there's not really much more I could do right now. My turn, since Maiden kind of stalls me for a time being. I draw. Bingo Machine Go. Fantastic. So I'm only going to show you guys the cards when I don't have three of them. But since I have three of them, I'm just going to put a Chaos Form. Does Solid Eyes negate the effects for a turn or for the whole duel? I think it's for a turn. Honestly, I'm only running Solid Eyes because it's an 8-star dragon monster that fits the trading requirements. So, I can't do anything still. So, I will just end my turn with Blue Eyes. I draw. Beautiful. I will play one card face down. I summon Exo Sister Sophia, gaining 800 life points. I get to draw one as a result. And then I will activate Exo Sister Vadis. Wait. What? For minus 800 life points, I get to add 2 monsters onto the field, which gives me an extra 100. Until it gets used for XYZ for a tribute. Can you repeat that again? You said something about XYZ tribute? So that says it? Oh, okay. Well, I summoned Solid Eyes on turn 1. There was nothing to negate to begin with. I'm going to use Extra Sister Gabrine's effect to summon her on the field, negating my Maiden with Eyes of Blue's effect, meaning she does not get to summon the Blue Eyes at all. And that basically means that I can now just, I will attack Maiden for 100. Then I attack for a combined total of 2,900. So we did 3,000 damage in one turn. And I will end my turn there. I draw. Shit, that kind of sucks. And then I will end my turn because I have nothing else to really do here. I draw again. And we will XYZ summon Exo Sister Sophia into a second Exo Sister Gabrine. No effects to negate so far on the field. And we will now normal summon an Exo Sister Stella, which does nothing for us. Lol. And then I will attack for 2,800. I could have probably ended the game here, but I'm going to wait one more turn because I have like a pretty solid board set up. So I'll end my turn there. I draw into Blue Eyes. This is my last chance. Second Bingo Machine Go. Let's go. Bingo Machine Go is activated. I believe I already have 3 Chaos Maxes on the field. Or not on the field, but I have 3 Chaos Maxes in my deck. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I added Chaos Max from my deck to my hand, since I can do that. Honestly, it's kind of fucking sucks, because like no graveyard manipulation means I can't fuck with anything there, otherwise it just gets screwed over completely. I will then activate Chaos Form, sending a Blue Eyes White Dragon from the deck to the graveyard to summon a Chaos Max on the field. And with Chaos Max, I would go into attack Exo Sister Stella, but I have Honest in my Exo Sister deck, and that destroys Chaos Max, and I believe that might end the duel? 3k plus 3k, no, 3k plus 330. No, they're still alive by like, they have 1400. Any White Stone Ancients? I did not get any in my hand, no. So, Blue Eyes ends turn. Honest saved the day. Summon. I'm just going to switch over my Exo Sisters. I'm going to give them 1600 attack on the XYZ monster increases, turning my 2500 monster into a 4100k monster. And that's for all XYZ monsters. They gain 1600 because I activate the effect twice. And I attack directly, ending the duel. So yeah, like as you can see right there, the deck does have counters to Chaos Max. So my original plan was to summon these two, activate both their effects, since. Okay, no. My bad. They don't get 1600, they only get 800, but either way, I won with Honest anyways, so I was gonna win anyways. But so the original idea I thought was I could get 2 of these, activate their effects, and then give them 1600, but you can only do 1, apparently. You can only activate 1 effect per turn. I'll keep that in mind for next time. So that facilitates why you want to summon more than just the same one over and over again. Slap with the right. So, honestly, with Honest, Chaos Max is not scary at all. If you have like, because I run 2 Honest in this deck. If you run like at least a playset of 3, I think Honest isn't limited right now. If you run at least a playset, it's really easy to like fucking beat up Chaos Max. That's the thing about Chaos Max right now is that he has like no way around that, but he's also got some of the best, like, he's not a bad card, but if you just have, he's not impressive. I learned that the hard way. A lot of monsters don't have protection from battle, unfortunately. Alright, since Exo Sister won first, they get to go first. Wow, okay. We're going to summon Exo Sister. How do I make the most extra use of this? We're going to summon Exo Sister Stella, which allows me to special summon an Exo Sister Sophia. And thanks to Exo Sister Elise, we can special summon her on the field. We'll special summon her in defense, though. We get to draw 1 as a result. And then I will XYZ Sophia and Stella. Into an Exo Sister Caspatella. First time we're using this one. And with Caspatella, we will send 1 card from our deck to the graveyard. And we will add 1 Exo Sister monster from our deck to our hand. I currently have, which one on the field? Irene? Alright, so we're going to want to add, as much as Sophia is good, and for the +1 draw, I think for this particular moment, we're going to want to summon, or not summon Stella, but we're going to want to add Stella to our hand. And unfortunately, that will be the end of my turn because I have nothing else I can do. Because unfortunately, I got no support cards in my hand. Not too bad though. Alright, Blue Eyes. Draw 1. Oh, that could have been so nasty. 1 face down card. 1 face down card. And turn. As draw. Summon Exo Sister Stella, gaining her life points, which allows us to special summon Irene, which does allow me, actually, if I can place 1 Exo Sister card from your hand on the bottom of the deck, draw 1 card if you control Sophia. Okay. So we'll go ahead and not activate that effect. And we will instead XYZ summon into a Exo Sister Mycalis, which when this XYZ summon, you can target one card your opponent controls or in the graveyard, banish it. I will banish the face down monster. I hit Whitestone of the Ancients, so its effect will not activate. That screws me over a little bit. I'll play one card face down, and I will attack for a combined total of 5,200 life points, and then I will end my turn. Alright, draw. Okay, we're gonna play Whitestone Ancients on the field, but we're gonna send it to the graveyard by linking it into a freaking Link Karibo. Yes, the GG. Now hang on. Next, I will play Reigeki, which destroys the Exo Sister side of the field very nicely. So I'm in a pretty solid position. I hit for 300 life points. During my end phase, I will activate the Whitestone of Ancients effect. However, I run Skullmeister in my Exo Sister deck, so the Whitestone of Ancients effect is negated, and that's it. So my Blue Eyes ends their turn, depressed and alone. I draw, I summon Exo Sister Irene on the field, and I attack the Link Karibo, which will sacrifice itself to give 0 attacks since it's destroyed anyways. And then I will end my turn with the Exo Sisters. I draw into Blue Eyes. I'm not in danger. I will end my turn with Blue Eyes. So far, Exo Sisters haven't really done much. I draw. Summon a second Exo Sister Irene. XYZ summon into a Mycalis. However, rather than banish the back row, I'm going to banish the Whitestone of Ancients from the graveyard, because you can banish cards from the graveyard. So I have gotten rid of 2 Whitestone of the Ancients that have been removed from play completely. I attack for 2,500, and then I will end my turn there. So that's 2 white stones that have not been able to pull anything off. Okay, that's pretty good. I summon Protector with Eyes of Blue. Activate his effect to send him to the graveyard to special summon a Dragon Spirit of White. Banish my back row card, which is the Exo Sister support, which is Exo Sister Armament. And unfortunately, that is all I can do unless I want to, or hang on, does this activate Blue Eyes Monster or Blue Eyes? Okay, I'm going to activate the Ultimate Creature of Destruction on my Dragon Spirit of White, which I attack, destroying the Exo Sister Mycalis, sending it to the graveyard, and that's all I can really do. I end turn. So I draw, oof, and turn, like unironically, it's actually been a pretty intense duel. And turn, I will draw, knowing that my opponent cannot do anything. I will play Monster Reborn, and I will actually bring over Exo Sister Mycalis to my side of the field to hit for 5k, and that does not end the duel, but that will end my turn. So I draw. Oh, beautiful. I draw until 1 day apiece. Activate 1 day apiece. Both people will draw one. Draw one. Where's the hamburger deck? And then I will end my turn on this one. I will draw again with Blue Eyes. Any I can summon? Nope. I can't do any damage, so I will end turn. I draw an Exo Sister. I will activate Reigeki, destroying his right there. His solid is like a Spirit of White. And I will play one card face down. I will end my turn. I draw. Oh, beautiful. All right, that's game. I draw into Melody Awakening Dragon. I will send Effect Veiler from my hand to the graveyard. This should be game, unless... I'm pretty sure this is game here. I will add to my hand a Chaos... actually, I'll do my hand Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I'll turn into Blue Eyes White Dragon. This will allow me to immediately special summon an alternative on the field, and then on top of the alternative, I will then use Chaos Form on my Blue Eyes White Dragon, sending it to the graveyard to summon a Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, and I will attack, but I play a random spell card called Breakaway, which, when your opponent declares an attack, you can send one spell card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, you end the battle phase and negate all face-up monster effects on the field for the rest of this turn. So, I survived one turn. Blue Eyes ends their turn. I'm probably going to lose this. Yep. And I won my turn. Blue Eyes draws. And I can use Return of the Dragon Lords because I have nothing to fear. Summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. And then boom. So unironically, it does slow down my deck because I can't do any like my graveyard shenanigans. Had I popped the back row earlier, I would have won, but I went through at least 3 XYZ monsters and there was no graveyard shenanigans. So I was able to turbo out all these cards, no graveyard shenanigans whatsoever. So I think the idea that this deck is restricted to graveyard manipulation is definitely wrong at this point. I think I've made that more than clear consistently. I'll do one more to see which one comes out on top one last time, and then afterwards I will move on to fight my vampires, and then I'll call it there. Since I do have college work to take care of because I won't be streaming later today. All right, Link Haribo. Forgot the Link Haribo. The fact that it's putting, but I'm really surprised. So it's 50-50. Currently right now, yeah, more or less. I mean, it's doing good. It is doing good for sure. It has a lot of it has a lot of like setups. Blue Eyes will be going first since Blue Eyes went first last time. Oh. Or since Blue Eyes won. Okay, so I'll play one card face down. I will Whitestone of Ancients, send it to the graveyard to summon Link Haribo, and during the end phase, I will summon... I'm going to summon a normal Blue Eyes White Dragon, actually. I'm going to summon a normal Blue Eyes White Dragon, just so that way I can have easy access to one whenever I need it. Again, on turn 1, you have nothing to fear from the Exosister deck unless they run hand traps. Definitely, I think an Ash Blossom or 2 in this deck would make it probably very, very powerful, given how easily you can turbo cards. And I'm in a very comfortable position, so I will end my turn. I will draw. Oh. Activate Exosister Carpendium. On top of that, I will activate Exosister Pax, which allows me to draw a Exosister card from my deck, or not draw, but like select one. And if I do select one, I can special summon it onto the field. I summon Stella by special summoning, and then I bring out Sophia with her effect. And there's just a continuous points game. And then afterwards, I will then draw one thanks to Sophia's effect, play this card face down, and then I will XYZ summon into Exosister Macally's, which allows me to banish one card on the field. I will banish the Ultimate Creature Destruction, but before I do, I will activate its effect, which makes my Blue Eyes invulnerable for this turn from all card effects. However, since I summoned Exosister Carpe Devum, I can negate the activated effects and effects on the field of cards with that original name. So, I declare the Ultimate Creature Destruction, and logically that should work. But actually, that would be stupid. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare Link Haribo, attack Link Haribo for 2,200 life points. During main phase 2, I send one Exosister monster from my deck to the graveyard, which allows me to add one Exosister spell and trap card from my deck to my hand. So I've been using her a little inconsistently. She could have been doing a lot better. I will then add one spell or card to my hand. I know my trap card is, so I will play, or I will not play, I will get a hold of this one. So yeah, they do have a spell on Trap Searcher built into their boss monster. I just never realized that. So you're supposed to summon this one, get that card, and then you basically win the game. And I will then just play this card face down, and I will end my turn. Yep. All right. I draw on Blue Eyes. Nice. Bingo Machine Go. I will get a hold of a Chaos. I will get a hold of a Chaos Max Fusion or Chaos Fusion or whatever it's called, because I run 3 of them, so I can just force you to get one, a Chaos form. All right, we got a Chaos form in hand. The Blue Eyes is still stronger than my Macally's, so what I can do here is I can use Blue Eyes White Dragon to attack Macally's. However, I can activate Exo Sister Vadis, pay 100 life points, choose one extra monster from your deck, then take one extra monster from your deck mentioned, special on both of them. So I will activate this card, which allows me to special summon 2 Exo Sister cards onto the field, giving me back my 800 life points as long as I choose the right ones. For this particular moment, it doesn't matter what I choose. However, what I want to do is I want to then chain this into Exo Sister Armament, losing the 800 life points I just gained, to XYZ summon on top of one of these cards. We'll do Stella since, actually, we'll do Elise. I can XYZ summon Exo Sister Macally's, and I can banish the Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field before the attack goes through. So, that's pretty fucking spicy. During the end phase, Stella will return here, and my Blue Eyes deck will end its turn because it has genuinely nothing it can actually do at this point. Oh, actually, no, hang on. Well, I misplayed here, but I could have played Reigeki, although I could have just said Reigeki on here to negate its effects. I'm going to have to keep that in mind, that whenever I'm not actually negating a specific card, I should just draw a generic, like, board destruction, like Reigeki, when I activate that effect. I'll keep that in mind when I play this if this ever gets out of the Master Duel. At any rate, I'll end my turn. I will draw. I'm going to activate Monster Reborn, actually, and bring back my Exo Sister Sophia, which allows me to draw 1, because I can affect my graveyard. They can't affect theirs. And, oh, I think I can actually end right here. Yeah, because if I play Exo Sister Sophia again, and if I XYZ summon, so they're 2,500, they're 5,000. I need roughly a little more to win. Is there any way I can get enough damage to win? I'm going to summon Exo Sister Gabrine, activate her effect to send 1 card from the deck to the graveyard, or 1 card from, send 1 of her material to the graveyard. That gives 800 across the board. So 2,500 and 2,500 plus 800 is 3,300. That's 3,600 plus, well, no, that'd be 6,600 plus 2,200, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I say Reigeki here, and then Reigeki wouldn't work anyways. Yeah. Okay. So pretty consistent across the board. My Blue Eyes deck did break a little bit, but look at this shit. Look at how absurd this is. No graveyard manipulation whatsoever, and I'm literally getting, on average, 3 XYZs per duel, and I'm not even using their main effect to get it. I can when it's used, but I'm literally just stomping them out just by sheer fucking the card consistency. I was a little worried when this deck got released and I saw that it didn't have a complete. We'll go ahead and do two duels against vampires at this point. Vampires have so much graveyard manipulation, though. I'm gonna be honest. If my vampires can win even a single duel, I'll be fucking amazed. Like, this is how consistent they are when they're not even running into what they're supposed to beat. So now I'm going to throw them up against a deck they are supposed to beat. Although the Blue Eyes does have a lot of graveyard support, so for sure they should have been strong against that as well. And they were, but honestly, you kind of have to be a little dumb not to run some of those effects in this matchup. Because Exo Sisters thankfully don't deal that much damage until they get a third or fucking second XYZ monster on the field. The problem is that they can turbo out XYZs like they can turbo out XYZs like nothing. So it's kind of like you sit down here and you look at this whole situation and you're kind of like, well, shit. Alright, so my vampire deck runs some XYZs, runs some other stuff, but honestly, I don't really think it's going to matter because they're so graveyard manipulation focused, I don't think they can actually beat the Exo Sisters. Alright, vampires go first, since they have a spell card at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. I'm going to play a Lore of Darkness, which allows me to draw 2 and then banish 1 dark monster. So I draw 2. I banish Vampire Red Baron. Dark monster. I will play 1 card face down, and I will also play another card face down defense mode, and I will end my turn. I draw. 1 card face down. I summon Sister Stella and Elise onto the field. Well, so Sophia comes onto the field with Stella's effect, but I summon Elise based off her effect. Draw 1. Sophia and Stella together. I will turn into Exo Sister Macally's. Activate the effect to destroy the trap card. I will use Vampire Awakening's effect, actually. I will special summon... Nope, we want the Vampire spell. I will special summon Vampire... It's been 5 minutes to play Vampires. Once a hero deck should counter Exo Sisters. Vampire Retainer. Pay 500 life points, and I can add 1... I can have 1 spell and trap card from my deck to my hand. I'll have Vampire Domination. I'll play it face down. Vampire Domination is probably one of my favorite negates in the game. With the icon of the King of D. King of D there. And so that's first turn. So I will, honestly at this point, I will play 1 card face down. I go into my battle phase. Elise to destroy Vampire Retainer. And then Macally's to destroy the other Vampire Retainer because I had 2 on the field. And then I will end my turn with the X Sisters. I draw. I summon Vampire Familiar. I will then use Vampire Retainer's effect that I can send 1 Vampire card from your hand or face on the field, special summon this card. I send it to the graveyard, special summon this. That activates Elise's effect. However, I will negate it with Vampire Domination, which means I gain 500 life points and Elise does not get to XYZ summon and turbo a monster out from the deck by herself, but I will activate X Sister Armament, which does the exact same thing anyways, to summon... I'll summon a second. No, because summoning 2 of them kind of is like a little overkill. I'll summon X Sister Asophella here, and with Asophella's effect, if I'm not mistaken, I can negate... the player can activate card effects in the graveyard this turn. Never mind. So I can sacrifice 500 life points to get another Vampire spell and trap card from there onto the field. I will get another Vampire Domination. So that way, I can negate 1 extra X Sister effect on this next turn. I've already lost 1,000... Well, I've actually gained back the life points I lost from activating his effect. Play it face down. I will then tribute Vampire Retainer, banishing it to summon Vampire Scarlet Scourge. I will then pay 1,000 life points to special summon a Vampire monster from my graveyard. They can't do anything because they don't do anything with graveyard monster specifically. And then I'll pay 500 life points to get a Vampire monster out. So I have lost 1,500 life points total to add a Vampire monster to my hand. I will add Vampire Fraulein. And Vampire Scarlet Scourge is only sitting at 2,200. He is strong enough, however, to be Asophale. So... I will destroy Asophale, losing 100 life points. And then, during the end phase of the battle, I can special summon them from the graveyards to my field. So I summon Asophale now to my side of the field as a vampire. And I will end my turn there. Since I can't really do anything else right now, I draw. I will activate Monster Reborn. I will then negate that Monster Reborn Vampire Domination to prevent any plays here. However, that's what I was kind of hoping for. Exosister Carpe Diem, which I will also send Exosister Sophia to the graveyard to add an Exosister Spell or Trap card to my hand, since that's what that's supposed to do. I will add this one, Exosister Armament. I'll then play Exosister Pax, which allows me to add an Exosister monster from my, monster or spell from my deck to my hand. But if it's a monster, you special summon it, so I will summon Exosister Sophia onto the field. And then I will draw one card thanks to Sophia's effect. Alright, Forbidden Chalice, not bad. And then I'll play it face down. I will then destroy Vampire Scarred Scourge, dealing 300 damage. And I will then end my turn. I draw on the vampires. Oh, shit. Yeah, okay, so unfortunately, this one's kind of playing a little bad because I cannot keep track of both cards. I might have to have someone at a later date. I might have to test this one online a little later. Because unfortunately, I could have played Vampire Fraulein to save my Vampire Scarlet Scourge, but I can't keep track of both cards at this point because vampires. So, Exosisters have a lot of moves and a lot of shit you gotta keep track of. Vampires have the exact same fucking thing. So these decks are incredibly similar. They're just on opposite sides of the spectrum of lifesteal, like manipulation and stuff. So unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to accurately test one deck versus the other because like there's so much fucking shit you have to keep track of on both sides in order to make this shit work. Oh wow, I'm the only one left. Yep. Thank you for sticking around, Miso. Overall, though, I really like how the Exorcists are performed all across the board. I think they've done really solid. I think they did really well. The fact that they could actually beat Blue Eyes on occasion is actually very nice. I like to use Blue Eyes as a comparison point. However, I can't accurately test them against vampires, so there'd be no point to, since like the fact that I fucked up played that basic means that like I'd have to be way too focused on like both sides there to make it work. At any rate, I'm very pleased how the decks turned out. I hope for the people who ended up watching this, they had at least some fun watching me duel myself. And yeah, so with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day, and I'll see you guys on the next stream or video. Take care, everybody.